We're all smiles on Hitchhiker Chat tonight, guys. And as you can
Especially
see,
when Dean
we
has
have
his turkey leg.
very special guests tonight. Tina McNeil, two of our fantastic ghost hosts, and if you haven't already figured it out, Dean the Turkey Legster. Guys, thanks so much for joining us. William is busy, and we appreciate y'all coming in and kind of co-hosting with us. Okay, I'm not getting any feedback, am I? Am I good on my end? I hope so.
You're good.
But yeah, so it's really great to have you guys. Fix my phone to have you guys here, and we so appreciate you filling in for him because he has kind of made himself coming back. So we appreciate it. He'll be back with us pretty soon. Maybe not next week, but a little bit later on. But in the meantime, we are going to talk about some D23 predictions. Y'all, D23, the expo, this year's expo is coming up pretty quick. We're going to talk about that tonight.
You know it, Pam. You know it.
Let me. I have. Let's see. I'll get over to about where I can see comments. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Let me welcome everybody in. Mandy Adams. Hey, Mandy. Good to see you. Always. We appreciate you so much. Thanks so much, Jonathan. There should be a park for villains. Okay, Mandy is kicking us off here with something on her wish list. Dean the Turkey Legster is here in the chat and on your screen. Oh, hey, Jeannie. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Hi, Jeannie. Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. I'm wondering, Jeannie, if you may be somebody that I met this afternoon. I'm not sure. I ran into a very sweet lady.
Yeah.
And,
Jeannie has been around in our chats quite a bit.
Name, right. But thanks for being here. We appreciate it. But I ran into a very sweet lady just out shopping today, and she noticed that I was carrying a Mickey Mouse purse. And she stopped me and said, "Oh my goodness, I have," she worked at the store, and we had the most lovely chat. So, and I think her name was Janine. So if you're there, Janine, I really enjoyed meeting you today. Miss Najuma, always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. But yeah, thanks for being here, Jeannie. Pam's fam, if you girls get out of hand, Tim will pat you over the head with his car. That I would not doubt. I would not doubt that in the lace, Pam. Well, thanks for being here anyway. We appreciate it. But yeah, this lady's name was Janine, I believe, if I wrote her name down correctly. And it was very nice to meet you, Janine, if you're ghosting. Let's see. Did I get it? Okay. Say hello to everybody. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Tina, Dane, how's your week gone?
Yes.
Doing pretty well?
Pretty good. We had the storm come through the Gulf and parts of Florida. I was not that part of Florida, fortunately.
And I'm not sure. I'm glad that it wasn't nearly as bad as they predicted. We were all pretty worried about it was Hurricane Debbie, right? Now, was it a hurricane by the time it made landfall, or no?
Yes.
Was it? Did it reach hurricane strength?
Yeah.
So, and
from what I'm seeing, from what I'm seeing, there was a lot of flooding, like up north Florida, going into Georgia. The coastal. Down here in Central Florida and my area, it wasn't serious here.
I'm sorry, y'all. I've been gone for a few days, and so if you hear my kitty cat, he's he's not happy that I'm not giving him much attention. So you may hear him in the background. Sorry about that. But so
Well,
yeah.
speaking of pets, I muted myself here a few minutes ago because our grandfather clock was going off, and Danny likes to sing along with the grandfather clock. So I was like, oh, I better mute it before.
Well, we're pet friendly. We're pet friendly channel. We have to be all because a lot of us have pets. So if you hear my kitty cat, that's why Charles is he wants attention, and I just got home, had to get ready for the live stream, and I have not been able to show him any attention. So he is not happy with me at all. Cat 1. Okay, Pam. Yeah, Cat 1. Oh, you have a kitty cat. Her name is Lucky. Oh, how cool. I'd love to see a picture of her. Charles actually belongs to my eldest son. And when he moved out, this is the only home Charles has ever known. And so he moved into an apartment. I said, look, this is probably not going to work because Charles is an inside out. Hey, Main Street Nick. Hey, so good to see you. Welcome in. Nick, it's good to see you. I said, that's not going to work, to put him in an apartment and not ever let him out. It's not going to work. So he left Charles with us, and I'm kind of glad he did. But yeah, it's good to see you, Nick. Let's see. Okay, first things first, guys. We have a birthday to celebrate.
Charles is like, Ma.
Here we go. There he is.
Oh,
hello, Charles. I love it.
Hi, Charles.
Hey, Charles.
Yes. He says, it's about time you pet me.
About time you got home. We're celebrating a couple of birthdays that I'm going to have to give Charles. I guess Charles is the celebratory cat tonight. Jeff, my husband, had a very special birthday. It's one of those with a 0 after it. So, I won't say which one, but yeah, I've
had a few of those.
Had a special birthday this week. And also Amy, AJC Magic TV, another one of our great ghost hosts, had a birthday. So I want to wish both of them a birthday. And you guys know we always do a birthday celebration toot toot on our Mickey's Runaway Railway train whistle. So loud noise coming in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Happy birthday, guys. Happy birthday, Amy, and happy birthday to my husband, Jeff. We hope to celebrate a little later. We did not get to do his birthday justice, so we're going to have to put it off and celebrate it a little bit later. But happy birthday to both of them. And, again, we're glad that, that everybody came through, the hurricane okay, and that it wasn't nearly as bad as they had first thought. Let me just a couple guys of this day in Disney history. I only had 2. They kind of jumped out at me. 1965, although it has been running since July, Disneyland hosts an invitation-only showing of its new park attraction, Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. The evening program includes a retreat ceremony and dinner at the Plaza Inn. Although originally showcased as the prime feature of the State of Illinois Pavilion at the 64-65 New York World's Fair, this is not the original Lincoln figure, but an improved duplicate. So I thought that was really neat. And 1999, Disney's Buena Vista Pictures releases the psychological thriller The Sixth Sense in 1999. Has it really been that long since The Sixth Sense came out? Starring Bruce Willis, Haley Joel Osment, about a little boy who can see dead people. So that was it's still a really great movie, and that came out in 1999 on this day. Uh, Tina, now I'll have to say, yeah, I loved it too. I loved it too, Jeannie. We still, and I still watch that occasionally. The Sixth Sense is an excellent movie. It really is. M. Night Shyamalan.
Yes,
But I
it
did
is.
want to say
It's very thought provoking.
it is, and absolutely right, Pam. I
That's right,
most of the
Pam.
time I will have to say a lot of times my husband is notorious for watching 15 or 20 minutes of a movie and then figuring out who done it and totally ruining the plot. He goes, oh, well, this person, did it, or that person did it, or whatever. He just figures them out. He did not figure out Sixth Sense. He did not figure it out. So now,
Really?
yeah, he didn't figure it out. They
Good
got
for
him.
them.
Yeah, I know. So, and I did want to say, great moments with Mr. Lincoln in Disneyland is probably one of my favorite attractions in any park. Just for the record, I absolutely love it. Can I get an amen on that from anybody?
Wow.
It's absolutely incredible.
Well, I haven't seen it in real life, but I've seen it on streams, and it is
Yeah,
amazing. It is
yeah.
amazing.
It just you
I
just
like
kind
the
of
American experience at Epcot too. So
yeah, it's really good. You come out, standing a little bit taller, with a little more pride in the red, white, and blue as an American citizen after seeing those. Just really, really neat. The movie, and Jeff's really good. Like I said, and so I had seen it when we watched it together, The Sixth Sense, and I thought to myself, okay, is he going to get this one? And he didn't. So yeah, he was. When he looks back and he tells the story, he says he did, but he did. Okay,
if he's not telling you 20 minutes into the movie, he didn't get it.
Well, he, I mean, it probably takes a little bit longer into the movie, hey, buddy, cattail. I know,
Yep.
I'm sorry. To figure out kind of what's going on, but he never did. He never did catch on. He was surprised by it. Okay. We're going to talk a little bit tonight, guys, about D23. D23 is a D23 Expo. D23 is, of course, the ultimate fan club for Disney fans. We are gold members of D23, and the Expo is going to run from August 9th through the 11th, and they have events. They have turtles. They have events. They have, a lot of times they'll do announcements, and that's kind of really what everybody tunes in
You
for.
might as well just
the
leave him on your.
Go ahead.
I was saying you might as well just leave him there until he decides it's time to get done, because otherwise,
Yeah,
he's just going to jump back up again.
He's going to keep jumping up. He's going to keep jumping up there. But hey, cats always want attention on their terms. If you so he keeps jumping down.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, all right. Let's dive into this now. The big thing that we all watch D23 for is the park announcements and the things that are coming. Disney Cruise Line, Disney Parks, the new things that are
Walt
that are
Disney
coming.
World.
Yes, and we we all kind of hang around and wait. The last couple of years, y'all have not been great for announcements. COVID notwithstanding, Disney.
I am so over blue sky discussions.
Yeah, they have blue sky guys are what Disney call things that might happen. That's like drawing board stuff. They call them blue sky projects. And really, all they've talked about for the past 2 years, especially last year, was blue sky stuff. They really didn't have anything new in the pipe. Took a lot of criticism over it. And we think, guys, because of that, and because the fact that, Epic Universe is coming, Universal is opening that third gate, and it really looks like it's going to be, everybody's really excited about that because they've got a lot of cool lands planned that Disney's going to have to come on and give us something more than blue sky this year. So in the chat, guys, let me know. Mandy already said that she would like to see a villain's land. So, Princess Paula Bell, good to see. Oh, hey, oh my goodness, great to see you guys. And hoist the colors. Kelly is here.
Hi, Kelly.
It's so good to see you. So good to see you. Anyway, dates. Again, August 9th through 11th. We're thinking that we're going to get some good stuff. It will take place Saturday, August the 10th. The Horizons Disney Experience Showcase will take place on Saturday, August the 10th at 7 p.m. It's going to be hosted by Josh D'Amaro, as it often is, and it's the Disney Parks panel. That's what it's been called in the past. It's one of the most popular parts of the event, and that's where they usually make those announcements. Now, here's the thing, y'all. In years prior, that has always been live streamed. That event, the Disney Parks panel, has always been live streamed. Not this year. They will not live stream it this year. The live stream will only be available to cast members.
Wow.
So
they're not even going to live stream it to D23 members? I could have swore I got some kind of an email about that.
Maybe. Now this was a WDWNT article. D23 members may be able to live stream it, Tina. The the Walt Disney World News Today piece that I read said that it would only be available to cast members. But
hang on. Let me see if I can find it in my email.
So that now I don't know. So why are they doing that? I agree. Paula, that I was upset about that. Maybe they're doing that. It is kind of cool for cast members, right? And I would think D23 members I would think that would be right, Tina, that D23 members could get it. But maybe they're kind of doing that to build excitement. You think?
Yeah, maybe. But I got an email. When was this? Yesterday, from Disney D23 member and Disney Plus subscriber perks at the Ultimate Disney Fan event. Offer spot, D23 app. And with the app, you can follow along with the fun.
Okay.
I don't know. Keep up with the announcements.
So Jonathan says Comic-Con announcements videos shown are not streamable. So we'll have to check that. The WDWNT article piece that I read said that it would just be cast members only who would, and I'm talking strictly about the Disney Parks panel, which is where they make the announcements. Now, let's kind of. There are several things that we've got coming up. The big rumor. Let's just go ahead and start with that one. The big.
Hey, Amy.
Is that Big Thunder Mountain will be closing for a major refurbishment as part of a Magic Kingdom expansion project. So what they're calling it Beyond Big Thunder, but it's not currently scheduled for a refurbishment, but they think that it will if they go ahead with this, that they'll have to close it, and possibly Tom Sawyer Island. During that,
I would think
what
that they would have to.
I would think, if they're going to do that. Now, what would that look like? What would you guys like to see if they add a new land? What would you guys like to see? You know, I have some ideas. What do you think, Dean? What do you think they'll
I'm
do back there?
struggling with having ideas for that part of the park, because Disney is tending to be very, or being, IP happy with their expansions. And I feel like putting an IP land in that section is going to just seem like a second fantasy land.
Hmm.
So I feel like anything that they do, it's going to seem like that instead of another unique themed land.
Mm-hmm. What would you like to see back there? What do you think, Amy? Happy birthday.
That's a very good question. I don't know what I would really like to see back there. I think something on the western, um, kind of a western slash desert feel, because we are going beyond Big Thunder Mountain. So
Mm-hmm.
something on that idea.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
So you're thinking of at least a piece of it would look like Frontierland.
yeah,
Okay.
kind of a new Frontierland
Maybe come up with,
idea.
yeah, that's a
Mhm.
great
I like
idea.
it.
Maybe come up with
I
some
like it.
kind of new stuff that,
Mhm.
like not some of their IP, but some new stuff specifically designed for like a Western area.
I think it would be neat.
Stop.
Now we got some
Guess what?
concept art
I'll be right
last
back.
year that showed. Okay, go ahead, Tina. We got some concept art last year that showed potential. This is blue sky stuff, guys, but something that included maybe Coco, Encanto, or the Disney villains. Now, the other possibilities that have been rumored have been Zootopia, like the new land at Shanghai Disney Resort, which looks absolutely crazy, ridiculously good. That new Zootopia, just oh man, I would love to see that in person, or maybe a version of Cars Land from Disney California Adventure. Um, so now I like the Zootopia idea. I really do. I like because I love Zootopia, but I don't, as much as I love Cars Land, guys, I want Cars Land to stay on the West Coast. I don't want them to
Yeah.
bring Cars Land because it's okay for Disney World and Disneyland to be different. I don't want the same things in the parks. I would rather, and Cars Land is fantastic. It's just one of my favorite, pieces, one of my favorite lands in any Disney park, but I don't want a repeat of it in Disney World. Give us something new. Give us something new. You think so, Paula? I hope you guys are doing okay, by the way. Yeah, I would rather, let's see, Jonathan says, will it be something new or something copied from another park? Right, that's the big question on the announcements. I don't know, Jonathan. Now okay. Let's explore this villains land thing for just a minute, Dean. How would you feel about a villains land?
Villain's Land, I mean,
You think that would work
I
at
think it
Disney?
would work somewhere. I don't know for sure if I see it working there. Um,
Pam
I
actually
really
says
don't.
that
I
she would
really
love
don't.
villains. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the concept is good. I just not there, not in Magic Kingdom, not in that, quadrant of the park.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um,
So if they,
especially if
so
it's not, especially and going back to the whole thing of if it's not, if they can't connect it to Fantasyland and expand Fantasyland more,
mhm.
then it kind of ruins to me, it's gonna ruin the thematic thing because it's gonna
Mhm.
seem like a second Fantasyland.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a good point, Dean.
so if they don't have a way to, go around like the back of
Mhm.
where the Haunted Mansion is and connect, you know, I don't I don't see that happening. So like whatever they do, I feel like is going to significantly alter and possibly not even for the better the the feel of that part of the park.
I agree 100%, Dean. And now for that reason, that's the reason in order to preserve the theming. Um, that's why I felt very strongly that they should have left Splash Mountain alone, refurb it, do what you got to do, update the animatronics or whatever, and then done something fantastic for the Princess and the Frog in Fantasyland. I really would love, 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 love to have seen an amazing new Princess and the Frog ride in Fantasyland. I think that would have been a total home run. So now what you have is you've got the Princess and the Frog over there in the middle of Frontierland, and with anything that they do behind Big Thunder, it's just going to continue that foul up. For the if you're going to stick with the lands,
Mhm.
it kind of screws that up. So I don't know what they'll do now. Tina, what do you think about a villain's land? Do you think that would work in Magic Kingdom?
The only way that I can imagine a villain's land working is if it's villains and heroes.
Mm-hmm.
And like Dean and you were saying, it needs to be part of Fantasyland, not
Mm-hmm.
Frontierland.
Mm-hmm.
Not,
Mm-hmm.
beyond Thunder Mountain being, I don't know. It just seems to me that, I mean, Jonathan is probably right. They just don't want to take a chance on trying something new. But I mean,
That's what they do.
that's what they do. That's what they need
That's
to
what
do,
Disney
and that's
does.
what draws people to Disney. And the
Mm-hmm.
problem is
Totally
you've
is.
heard me say it again and again and again. The bottom line is that Disney has got to stop resting on their laurels.
Mm.
They've got to start taking chances again, like
Yes,
they
I agree.
did 50 years ago when they built
Yeah,
a new park.
I agree. I agree.
A new, you
Um,
know, in a whole different part of the country.
mhm.
Think about if Walt had done what they're doing now. Just stayed within their own lane, just stayed in
Yeah,
Anaheim and just
yeah,
just
yeah.
oh, let's make another movie. Oh, that movie was popular. Oh, okay, then
Mhm.
then we'll put another attraction at
Right.
in Disneyland. You
Yeah.
know,
Um, the villains land. I agree with you. I think they don't. I think they're not taking enough chances. They're resting on their laurels. They're going with movies that have already been made and coming out with the live action of our beloved animated classics, things like that. Um, I would love to see something new, but I'm like Dean. I feel like if you're gonna call it Beyond Big Thunder and you're gonna put it over there, it has to be something that carries through with the Frontierland theme, and that's not what that's not what they're talking about.
It's not what it
Now,
sounds like they're doing. And the thing is that I understand that New Orleans supposedly fits into the whole Louisiana Purchase Frontierland. I understand, we have some people in the community discussing that. I get it. But the problem is that is not the connotation that people have in their mind. When you think Frontierland, you think the Buttes, and you think the
Old West.
Old West, exactly.
Yeah.
And they're taking the Old West out of Frontierland. They're taking all of it out of Frontierland. It seems like we're trying to.
Worries me.
And that, it worries me too. I'm wondering if they're not just going to try to rename it into something else, like, I don't know, Beyond Big Thunder Mountain. Yeah, well, New Orleans Square maybe, but I don't even know if they're going for that.
New Orleans Square, guys, is my favorite area of Disneyland. New Orleans, let me say that again. New Orleans Square is my favorite area of Disneyland, but I don't want it in Disney World. I want Frontierland in Disney World. I don't want Disney World made into a carbon copy of Disneyland.
I don't understand why Disney would want to have a carbon.
Want to do that
because people think to themselves, "Okay, I want to go to Disney World, or I want to go to Disneyland. Oh, now I want to go to Disney World. Oh, why would I want to go to? And if I can see everything I want to see, everything at Disneyland is at Disney World. So what's the point?
Right. Yeah.
Don't you want people going to all of their parks?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Now the villains thing, guys. See, I don't know. Now we know that in Epic Universe, in Universal's new park, which, by the way, the rumor on Twitter is that park is ahead of schedule, and that they are going to announce that really soon, that it's opening sooner than what they. Which is really exciting to me. That park is going to have
never does.
Yeah. No. That park is going to have a dark universe called Dark Universe. Now, y'all know they do, Halloween Horror Nights. Universal is a lot more hardcore than Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. They can kind of do that. I don't know villains are villains, y'all. How are you gonna, like I think about my young grandchildren, I think, how are you gonna incorporate an entire villain's land into something that a 3-year-old is not petrified of? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, this is the thing. People were afraid of Splash Mountain because they had a couple of old vultures up on a branch going up.
Right.
I don't understand how it would. So we're not going to be afraid of the villains, especially hi Charles, especially when you're talking about, like I said, if you're talking about a whole land about villains. Now, my thought is you can't have villains without heroes. Heroes are what makes the villains villains, and villains are what makes the heroes heroes. Without that foil, without that clash in the plot, you don't have either.
Right.
But even if
you're going to have a story.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know how exactly, Jonathan, both parks are here. And Jonathan, you made a good point earlier about, they don't want to take the risk again. Yeah, I'm having to give him some attention. He's going to keep driving us all crazy. And you're getting your tail into my coffee cup.
It's live, y'all.
So I just don't know how how they would do that, what that would look like. Because again, the villains, the Disney villains, guys, the Disney villains are scary. I mean, think about, the queen from the evil queen from Snow White, Maleficent, they're terrifying. I mean, they really are. Okay, Turtles is taking over the show, y'all. Sorry.
And yes, Pam, I understand you're saying that it wouldn't have to fit, but the thing is that they'd have to. The whole theming of Magic Kingdom is set up around lands. So at this point, that would have to be Frontierland or Fantasyland, which is what Dean was saying. Find a way to put it into the frontier, the Fantasyland area, which, I mean, they built new Fantasyland. So I think people are kind of expecting it not to be part of Disneyland. So, you know what I mean? But it can. I think it would have to be. I don't know. I got to go let a dog in, but I'm still listening.
Okay, go right ahead.
I'll be
right ahead. So Pam said. So Pam says they have Tomorrowland, Frontierland, Fantasyland. They would have to build a land, so it would not fit into the. I say that's what I think, Pam. It would have to be a separate land, and so I don't know. Maybe we'll get some more details about better what they have in mind. That's kind of what I'm hoping that we'll get. Johnson says the only option is to announce that there will be a Heroes Park coming years after the Villains Park, and that one makes sense at Villains Park, where villains just come and hang out on the street. Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know how they incorporate the true villains. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. Charles. Sorry, y'all. I'm having to give him a little attention. He's going to drive us crazy. Cat hair flavored coffee. There you go. Limited edition. We have it. We got it right here, y'all. Cat hair flavored coffee. Anyway, yeah, he's a mess. I know. Anyway, maybe they can make that work. These are some of the things I'm really anxious to see. Guys, if they, what they say. So that's what we're saying there. The again, the initial concept art showed potential areas themed to Coco, Encanto, and Disney villains, and possibly Zootopia, which is the new Fantastic Land at Shanghai Disney Resort, and possibly a version of Cars Land. So those are kind of the things that they're kind of thinking about. Tom Sawyer Island, that's the other, I really am expecting them to retheme Tom Sawyer Island. And I
think that would be a good use of space. I really do.
Yeah, that one, I don't know what they'll do with that one. Tom Sawyer Island is Pirate Island. It was rethemed at Disneyland. So at Disneyland, Tom Sawyer Island is Pirate Island and has been for a while. So, but again, if you take away Tom Sawyer Island, then you take away another piece of Frontierland.
Exactly.
So, that's another piece to that puzzle. Now this one I love. I do love this one. We think we're going to get an announcement on a new Magic Kingdom parade.
Nighttime parade, I hope. Yeah.
No, daytime parade. Something to replace Festival of Fantasy.
Well, I like Festival of Fantasy parade, but I really want a nighttime parade. I don't understand how come
I do too.
They've every other park, doesn't Disneyland and California Adventure both have nighttime parades? I could be.
Yes.
Wrong.
No.
Just
Disneyland. California Adventure has World of Color. is their nighttime spectacular, which is a show.
which is
And
kind of
Pam
like,
makes a good point here, guys. Kids watching movies with the villains love the dragon in the parade, the haunted mansion. They have Tower of Terror. Well, honestly, I'm thinking, Pam, that there are kids that are real hesitant to go on haunted mansion. I'm thinking, how am I going to get my 3-year-old, to go into an entire land that's villains? That's it's like haunted mansion on steroids, and a lot of kids won't do haunted mansion. um it, I'm having trouble picturing how they would do it. I guess I'm having trouble kind of picturing how they would do it.
the
The
thing
other
is that
piece,
they're always, whenever you're talking about villains, you always have a hero to foil them. You always have the hero. I mean, this is one of the
right,
things that they tried to tell us
right,
about the retheming of Splash Mountain to Tiana's Bayou Adventure, is they couldn't put uh his name is Facilier,
Dr.
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 Facilier.
Facilier,
Facilier
yeah.
in there, because Dr. Facilier was gone. He was no longer
Right,
alive.
right,
So, I
right.
mean,
But
neither are the
neither are
villains
any of
in
the other
any
villains.
other exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So how can you now say, "Oh, we're going to have a whole villains park"?
Yeah,
It's just
they did have Paint the Night. They did have Paint the Night, but I don't think they have it. And isn't Paint the Night is at Disneyland, right?
I don't know. I've
I don't
lost
think they
track. I
have.
thought
Yeah,
Paint the Night was at one, and but I mean, I think you're right.
World of Color. Yeah,
World of Color
at
is not a
California
parade.
Adventure.
Yeah.
And that's their nighttime spectacular. And yes, I'd love to see Paint the Night. I don't know if they still do Paint the Night. That's a good question, Paula. I don't know if they still have it. I'm sorry I interrupted you, Tina, in your thought there.
No, Morgan did. Speaking of that.
Anyway, we'll have to see, kind of what they come up with, with on that, Pam. The other piece to that puzzle is y'all can laugh at me if you want to. Go ahead. I have a little problem with glorifying the villains, with like totally glorifying villains. Does that make sense? In other words, I have a problem with giving them, so much attention that you're going to give them their own park. And, I want my kids to understand the difference between good guys and bad guys, I guess. That's a thing. So,
Yeah, and that's why I say you don't have villains unless
Yeah.
you have heroes also.
right.
And
Right.
the heroes live on, the villains don't. So now you're going to tell me that they can bring back the villains into their own separate park?
Yeah, not every time. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see. The main thing that I hope that they don't do, that I'm really scared that they're going to do, is get rid of Frontierland slowly but surely and turn it into New Orleans Square. I do not want to see that happen. Really,
I'm afraid they're going to get rid of Frontierland and make it into a IP land, where it's going to be Moana and Encanto, and this is the most popular movie this year. We're going to have Frozen 3, and
right.
let's make it. Let's make it the new latest and greatest movie land.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Mm-hmm.
But
and Pam says
Hollywood
that makes no
Studios.
sense because they have the villains at the Halloween party. And Pam, in Disneyland, a lot of the villains kind of skulk around, if you will. The
Oh yeah,
in
Dr.
Disneyland, a lot
Facilier
of the
does.
characters
Yeah.
walk around free. And so in New Orleans Square, you can see Dr. Facilier, sneaking around New Orleans Square. The evil queen from Snow White walks through Disneyland. Yeah, they do have, Pam. They do have them.
Oh, I understand what you're saying and agree, Pam. I'm just saying that they told us that Dr. Facilier couldn't be part of Tiana's Bayou adventure because he was gone. Because he was, I don't think they ever said he was dead. I think he had just gone, to the other side. Yeah.
Right.
He had gone to the other side. So,
yeah. So, well, and I don't, dead is pretty gone. So anyway, so we'll see, what happens with that and what they come up with. And Kanto is a little less likely to be included. It's rumored to have a small presence in the Tropical Americas project at Animal Kingdom, which we're also going to talk a little bit about. So Tom Sawyer Island, question there, will they retheme it? What will they do with it? New Magic Kingdom Parade. I love Festival of Fantasy, but I'll have to say I would love to see them come up with a new parade to replace Festival of Fantasy. It debuted in 2014, so it's
been around for a while.
It's been a while. 2014 is when Festival of Fantasy debuted. So, and it never was quite the same post COVID. So, I think, and again, I would dearly love to see a new nighttime parade. So for Walt Disney World, Epcot, guys, a new version of Journey into Imagination. They've been talking about this. It's been blue sky for a long time. The attraction, that's golly, that has Journey into Imagination has been so many different things. And
it's gotten worse every time. That's why whenever anybody tells me, oh, it's Disney, so it's going to be good, I keep saying, have you seen Journey into Your Imagination?
Right. It's not always good because they just say Now they do have a permit has been filed for work on the Imagination Pavilion. So we do know, that's a piece of something that's coming. Trolls, I can't see. I can't see. Okay.
Mike B has joined the chat, and he says there's an expansion zone next to Pirates for Moana. Now, I had not heard that, but I did hear that Moana was going to be, they were going to try to put Moana in the Beyond Big Thunder Mountain area. And I think that's one of the things that Dean was concerned about, was saying, what are they going to do that it's not going to be part of the Frontier? Because there's no way you can tell me that Moana is part of Frontierland. It's just not. Right. But if you're saying it's going to be next to Pirates in Adventureland, now that works.
Right.
That works. As long as you're going to use IP anyway, that actually does work.
Yeah. So anyway, that's kind of what they're going. We know that Test Track, is being, refurbed. That's under refurbishment. So we're looking forward to seeing what they do with Test Track. And I'll have to say, I was ready for that. I am really anxious to see what they do with it. I think that's going to be a good thing.
I love the neon in Tomorrowland. It works in Tomorrowland. It's cool. But the neon and all they did was just rip out all the theming in Test Track and put in a bunch of neon. That never made sense to me. I would like to see, now you were talking about Cars Land earlier, not wanting to have Cars Land in Disney World. I would say that the only place that Cars Land would work would be in Test Track. Have like the area of like, the background of the what is it? The big trellis bridge that you see in Cars Land, and stuff like that. But besides that, have like a real looking test lab rather than.
And you're talking about Radiator Springs Racers.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
I'm not talking about entire Cars Land, because that wouldn't work.
Just a piece of it.
Change it.
Yeah. Just like
I'm just talking about the background, like the
Yeah.
area that they're
So
in.
yeah, it's going to be 3.0 for test track Paula
Yeah.
and Mike.
But that's normal.
Yeah, sure.
That's
And they're
normal
working
for the
on it.
test track.
They're working
Yeah.
on it. Now, that they are also talking about at D23 in 2023, the Tropical Americas was shown as a potential replacement for Dinoland USA. And it was they had talked about maybe doing Encanto. They are talking about, guys, maybe replacing Dinosaur with Indiana Jones. Because Indiana Jones and Dinosaur use exactly the same track system. So that's something that they've talked about. We know that Dinoland USA is going to be, is going to go to something, and they have talked about Zootopia. They talked about Encanto. So, we'll have to see what they do there. Here's what I hope. We've got a lot of maybes. They've given us so many blue sky things, y'all, that
Again.
they need to come with something concrete. They need to come with, this is what we're going to do this year. And I hope they do. I think they will.
Yes, Jonathan.
Back to a world of motion. Yeah.
But that could be just the title. That doesn't necessarily mean that is part of the retheme. Okay. They named it, they named the whole D23, this session of D23, like Horizons of Disney or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That could just be the title. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to retheme everything back to, the days of Horizons and World of Motion. So,
Right.
But yes, Jonathan, that is part of the. I mean, I think it's Chevy that sponsors them, General Motors that sponsors them.
Just General Motors, yeah.
And that's part of their deal, is that they want to keep it updated. They want to keep it current. They don't want it like looking like it's 10-year-old stuff.
And that's good. I'm definitely ready for that one. Okay, moving on to Hollywood Studios. And this one, guys, I love this idea. A Monsters Incorporated door coaster has been rumored for Disney's Hollywood Studios. Now that, going back as like 2008, they have been talking about doing a door, the doors from Monsters Inc., which I think would be absolutely wonderful. The Monsters Inc. Are y'all still there?
Hi, Charles.
Hang on. Let me make sure you're still there.
Yep, we're here.
It's on the keyboard. I would love that. It would be perfect for Hollywood Studios. It is it's a film. I think it would be really neat. So I really like that idea. It would be, of course, the Pixar film, and would make the doors, used to access the bedrooms of the children, as a roller coaster, essentially.
Are they talking about replacing Rock and Roller Coaster with that, or talking about a whole new roller coaster?
Now Rock and Roller Coaster, of course, is back up. Now that's the other thing, guys, that that I wanted to mention too. Rumors are now swirling as to what they might do with Rock and Roller Coaster because of the announcement by Aerosmith that they are canceling their tour and retiring from touring. Steven Tyler has a larynx injury. He fractured his larynx, and it's just not healing. And so they had to cancel the rest of their tour. And I know people who had tickets. I would dearly have loved to have seen it, but when they made that announcement, the rumors started swirling. Well, are they gonna retheme a rock and roller coaster? What would they do? I hope that they don't rush to retheme
Exactly.
rock and roller
Exactly. coaster. I think they will probably leave it alone for a couple of years,
a little while,
because people will want. That's the only way they're going to see them now.
Yeah.
Through video or whatever. So if nothing else, you've got the nostalgia factor. Now, eventually, they will probably retheme it, but I think it's safe for probably at least, maybe the next 2 to 4 years, because of this.
Right.
But I'm wondering where they're going to put now, is it Mike? Mike, were you saying they're going to take out Star Wars Launch Bay and put the Doors roller coaster there? Is there room for a roller coaster there?
They are talking about something in that area.
Yeah. Well, they have to, because it's prime real estate.
Yeah.
Rumor. So yes, I understand rumor. There's a lot of rumors.
What they come up with. But I would love that. Oh, excuse me, y'all. I think that would be really just something totally new. That would just be great. And that's what I'm really hoping that Disney will give us with some of these announcements, is something new. I don't want New Orleans Square at Walt Disney World. I don't want Cars Land at Walt Disney World. Give us something new. Do something really
that
great.
Doors roller coaster concept was actually a Blue Sky idea a few years ago. I remember. Yes. I don't know if it was last year, the year before that. Yeah. I don't know, because there's been a lot of Blue Sky the last few years. But I think that was an idea that maybe
Yeah. It goes back that far, that concept had been thrown out there.
Okay.
As far back as 2008, which was pretty good number of years back.
That makes sense, Mike.
It does.
The thing is that are they talking about then taking out the show that's there behind Rock and Roller Coaster, the Cars?
The Cars. Well, don't know.
Because that's a cute show, and that's another one of those people eaters.
Mm-hmm.
You can fit a lot of people.
They're talking about maybe, it's Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy, is the little store, little show back there. But that's where they're talking about maybe putting it. Is back there. So, the first phase of revitalizing that area is going to be, they're going to be opening the Little Mermaid show later this year again. So, that we'll see what they do with that, but that would be really cool. It'll be something new. So, kind of last but not least, there were some other things, y'all, but we don't want to, take up your whole night. A permanent drone show. We've been experimenting with drone shows in the parks, and we got Disney Dreams That Soar at Disney Springs, which I love. It's really cool. So they're thinking that there might be a permanent drone show coming to one of the parks at least. So
they need to, because you see how popular that one is at Disney Springs. And I mean, drone shows are popping up all over the world. They're being very popular.
They are, and they have them. They have a Disney Electrical Sky Parade at Disneyland Paris. It's just this amazing, technology. I think that Walt would want them, really, they have it at the other parks. I really think he would. He was a fan of new technology. So
yes. And I agree, Mike. Disney's Animal Kingdom, it would be a perfect place for a drone show, because they can't do fireworks, and I mean, they've got that great
Hey,
big
Adele.
rivers of light amphitheater. They can't. I don't can't see how they would do drones other than they would fly them out over the water and do the drone show on that over that. But I
Now
don't know. I
that's an
can't
idea,
imagine
Tina.
you'd be having to watch it like that. But whatever. But the
That's
thing
an
is they've
idea.
got to do something with that amphitheater. Dean, remember when we were sitting there? You, Chuck, and I were sitting there in that amphitheater. It was just such a shame that they're doing absolutely nothing. That thing cost what, millions of dollars, and it's
Yep.
just it's a place where you sit and eat lunch in the
Mhm.
sun. But yeah, as far as Pam, you asked the question, lawsuits with the governor. I don't think so. First of all, that's all resolved. That's all, that's all done. But I don't think so, because I was thinking that would be the way for them to pressure the governor into going their way, or at least that's what Disney would think, would be, because if
Right.
they have all these concrete plans going into effect, and they're starting to build all these new attractions and everything else, and see what we're bringing to your state. What they basically did was they halted everything and tried to say, see what we've got in your state. And the governor was basically saying, you haven't done anything in a while. We're not seeing any,
Mhm.
great increases. In fact, you're dropping cast members like flies, because they were
Mhm.
getting rid of a lot of the cast that brings like the Streetmosphere shows and stuff like that.
A lot in
So
the performance. The
yes,
performers
exactly. If
in,
they can't
in that
charge you
area.
money at Disney to watch it, then they don't want to bother doing it anymore.
Yeah, that's kind of how they've headed, y'all. So, um, yeah. So I don't think so, Pam. Um, I think they just have had a shift, a total huge shift in their focus, and it's it's not going over as well with guests. But yeah, I agree, Odell. Coco Land would be, if and I really feel like Coco has enough of a following that they could, that could, if at least a ride, if not an entire land, then at least a ride would be.
Yeah. I'll tell you two thoughts. One, I think that Disney's Animal Kingdom needs South and Central America area. That's
Mm,
one thing that is missing. There's a whole lot of animals that are specific to Central and South America. I mean, you've got the greatest ecosystem in the world in South America, the Amazon, and
that's
it's not
true.
represented at all in Disney's Animal Kingdom. That doesn't make any sense to me.
That's a
Um,
good point, Tina. Yeah.
and
Well, it
so, I
is.
mean,
It is.
the
Go ahead.
casita or whatever you want to put in the what's the Encanto,
Mhm.
or you want to put in Coco, one or the other, some kind of theme that involves. Now, I don't know. My thought is maybe Encanto fits better because it's got the ecosystem um, that that kind of
Right,
along
John.
with Antonio, that has a a love for animals, that might have a be a good theme for an area in the
Mhm.
Animal Kingdom. But they need to have somewhere representing at least the Amazon
Mhm.
in Animal Kingdom. It's
Yeah, I
just
think that'd
it's
be
it's
neat.
weird that they don't have anything from Central and South America.
I think that would be,
And
yeah.
they don't
Mhm.
um in Epcot either. It makes no sense to me.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, those areas just, haven't. I mean, that's a huge part of the world that really should be represented somehow. You know, you'd think they would pull those in. You know, somehow. Okay, that's kind of the list that I had. You know, as far as predictions. Okay, let's go to Dean. What are a couple of things that you would like to see them do, Dean? A couple of ideas. If you can say Disney, this is what being a turkey Legster wants. What would you like to see him put in?
So as far as I guess as far as to kind of go back through some of the points you were saying, um, the what I heard at Magic Kingdom regarding the parade was that they may try to do something like their Magic Happens parade at Disneyland, that
Mm-hmm.
that the
Mm-hmm.
floats that the parade um, was created so they can do daytime and nighttime showings.
Ah, ah,
So what I heard is that
okay.
they may try to do a parade like that, and
Oh,
that will
okay.
replace Festival of Fantasy, and then they
Okay.
can also have it for nighttime.
Okay. You had me at nighttime. I that I want a nighttime parade, y'all. I just want a nighttime parade.
Because there
Me
are
too.
videos, I haven't seen it in
Make it
person,
three.
but there are videos you can watch. Magic Happens, daytime, and
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
Magic Happens at night. And so that's
Yeah.
what I heard, is that they want to kind of do a parade um, on that idea,
Right. Right.
which I think would be
Mm.
great.
Mm-hmm. Her
So
too.
I would like to see that
I agree.
personally.
Mm-hmm.
Um, at Epcot, I think the Imagination retheme is definitely due, and it needs to be a lot like what it was originally. I have
Mm-hmm.
vague memories about what it was, the original form,
Yeah.
with the Dreamfinder and everything.
Yeah.
So if they can like go back to that, Disney, hello. Um,
Dreamfinder. Dreamfinder.
the other thing too is, back a few years ago, they were talking about the Play Pavilion, and they've got the old
Mm-hmm.
Wonders of Life dome, and they haven't done anything there. I don't know what I would want to see there, but
Mm-hmm.
that would be, you know, prime real estate to have something go in there.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I would honestly like to see along those lines, Dean. I don't know if this is exactly what you're thinking about, but I would love to see them go ahead with the idea of having a play area for kids, some kind of a, there's so many kids in the parks, guys, and they had, they've had those areas historically, and I think I think they could put something really cool at Epcot for kids, a
yeah,
play area. I really do.
yeah, make
I
it
think
like a
parents would
kids.
appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I didn't really have anything specific, but that original idea, like something playing or working in
Hmm.
some, maybe have a small section of it be like
Oh,
some character meet and greets, maybe some more like unique meet and greets that you don't get all the time. I think they've got plenty of characters that do that. Um,
mhm,
but most of it at least be a play area or an attraction or something.
mhm, mhm.
Um,
Yeah,
Hollywood
I think I.
Studios, Hollywood Studios. Um, I'm not really sure. I know that
Mhm.
that launch bay, that area you were talking about, that
Yeah,
courtyard, that
need
area,
something
I
there.
have heard that kind of that is kind of an area, an expansion zone, really,
Yes,
for the park.
yes.
Um, whatever that looks like. Um,
Mhm.
I don't know what I would personally like to see there in Hollywood Studios. For Animal Kingdom, I do agree that I think that would be perfect for a drone show. Um, and
I agree.
the tropical Americas is what
Charles.
they're calling, the Dinoland replacement. Um, um, I heard Encanto, I heard Coco mentioned as something that might get put in there. The Indiana Jones. I think the Indiana Jones would be cool if they, since they're retheming it, I think if they did a storyline that somehow took Indy deep into the rainforest to find what they thought was an extinct dinosaur, and
Oh, yeah.
kind of to
Yeah.
appease the people that didn't want. Oh, hi, Charles. To kind
He
of,
has such a cool, intelligent face for
Thank
a cat.
you. Thank
He's
you.
very, very intelligent looking.
He's a
You know,
sweetie.
like he's very judgy.
No, he can't be that. He can't be that. He's a mess tonight. I'm sorry, y'all. He's taking over.
Hey,
You were saying, Dean, before you were so rudely
anyway,
interrupted.
yeah, I think
Thank you.
it would be a great idea to put Indiana Jones in like they want to, but then people would still have like their dinosaur ride still there, but they
Interesting
could still
thought. Yeah.
retheme, do
Mhm.
the theming in that whole area. They can make it the
Right.
rainforest. They can do whatever they're going to do with it, put
Mhm.
Encanto in or in whatever other brands that they're going to do.
Mhm.
Um,
Okay.
Also, over at Disney Springs, I think it'd be great if they find something to put in the where the that NBA experience thing was and then
Yeah.
wasn't,
Ugh.
like in the blink of an eye.
Right.
So
something,
Disney
something.
Something.
space
Right.
right there, something do.
Yeah, they definitely need to come up with something there.
Yeah.
That space is another area of on Disney property that doesn't seem to hang on to a whole lot. It seems to, you know, change a lot and nothing hangs around too long. Now, it was Disney Quest though. It was Disney Quest for several years, right? Okay.
A lot of
Yeah.
years. Yeah, it was like Disney Quest for like 20 years, I think. So I mean, that was around for a while, and it was
Was.
popular. The problem is that they didn't switch out new technology from the old. It was old
Right.
technology that they left in
Yeah.
there, and they said, "Oh, well, we don't need to invest any more money in this. We built it, and people are going to
Right.
come and they're going to spend money playing the games." And
Mhm.
it's
Yeah, and they did to a degree, but then they changed it, and I really I questioned putting the MBA experience in there. I didn't think it would go. You know, I was kind of skeptical of that one when they put it
Yeah.
in.
I know.
So
I know. I was disinterested in it.
mhm.
it wasn't it didn't work in Universal, which has a far more eclectic clientele
Mhm.
than Disney does. So what made them
Oh yeah,
think that it
that's
was
true.
going to work at Disney Springs if it didn't work at
Yeah,
at
that's true.
City
Good point.
Walk? It's
Yeah,
basically the same thing.
yeah, that's a
But
good point.
anyway,
Yeah.
I've decided that Disney is like an 8-year-old child. They get interested in something and they want to build it and they want to play with it, and this is a lot of fun, and then they lose interest in it, and then they don't want to play it anymore, and they just let it collect dust in a corner somewhere.
Hmm.
I mean, look
Yep.
at the prime real estate that they have in Tomorrowland that had this
Yes.
the what is it? Stitch's
Stitch's
Great
Great Escape
Adventure.
Yeah.
and Alien. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stitch's Great
Yeah.
Escape and Alien. Now I
That's
will have
prime real estate in the middle of Tomorrowland. That's
Oh yeah, that they haven't put anything in. Now
what
I'll
about
have to say
Epcot with the
I loved y'all. Alien was intense. I'll just
I
have to
loved it.
say
I thought it was
I
cool.
loved it. I loved it. It was one of those. But I also enjoyed Stitch's Great Escape. So
Yeah.
you know,
So did I.
I liked both of
But
those.
oh no, it's too. I don't know. I guess they decided it was too
It
scary
was too
for kids.
intense, maybe, or whatever, you know. So you just, you know, don't take your kid in or whatever. I thought it was Stitch's Great Escape. I thought was a lot of fun. I just thought it was fun. Anyway, they definitely need to put something back in there. So your wishes, Tina? What do you know?
Well,
the
first of
Nighttime
all,
parade, definitely.
like I already mentioned, get the neon out of Test Track and put in something more I don't know, more carsy. And the great movie, not the great movie, right? No, that's gone. That is gone.
Yeah. It's coming.
What's the one that's in what's I'm old, people. Old, okay? The memory's
it's
gone.
late.
What's the attraction that's inside the globe?
Spaceship Earth.
Spaceship Earth.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That
Spaceship
needs
Earth
a refurb. That needs a refurb.
it needs to be refurbed
Or
badly.
something.
That ride clunks, okay?
Yes.
All the way through it, you're going clunk, clunk, clunk.
If y'all
clunk.
remember, they had announced a refurb and a change for that ride just before everything shut down for COVID, and then they reneged on it. And you know, when COVID happened, and then you know, they never did circle back to it. But Wayman and I didn't like the idea of them doing it at the time they announced it, because the 50th was coming up and it was still Walcott. I mean, Future World was a mess. And, you know, so why would you take the icon, the ride that's in the icon during the 50th anniversary of the park, and shut down that particular ride. So we were glad that they scrapped the idea of doing it then. So maybe they could circle back to it, you know.
Yeah.
But that's a good point, Tina.
And also I would love to see, now don't get me wrong, I love Donald Duck. I absolutely love Donald Duck. My husband's favorite character is Donald Duck. But I think it is insulting that they have a beautiful movie made about Mexican culture, and instead of putting that as the theme inside the Mexican pavilion, in the boat ride, they chased Donald Duck around the place.
Well, that's
they need to retheme boat ride. If they want to have a meet and greet for Donald Duck out, you know, that's wonderful. He's cute in his sombrero, okay? But they need to retheme that ride to Coco. I'm sorry. It's a beautiful movie, and it's a beautiful movie about the theme, the culture of Mexico.
That's very true. Yeah.
I don't get it, but hey, that's
the actual culture of Mexico.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. Now, 3 Caballeros, you know, I that one is, you know, I get it. I think you could definitely do that, Tina, and do something great in there. 3 Caballeros was Mary Blair. You know, my love for Mary Blair. She had a lot to do with that particular.
And you know what? A lot of that's in that area could stay, because that is still Mexican culture. It's just the screens of following Donald Duck around. Maybe not so much.
It could be. It could be really redone into something really pretty with Coco. So, So those are you know, all good.
And I want a Skyliner going from from the I don't know, at Disney's Animal Kingdom to Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, and then to
Yeah.
Epcot or the main station or whatever else like this. I don't understand. My
Yeah.
thought is that that's another thing, like the drone show, that fits in perfectly with the whole theming of Disney's Animal
Mhm.
Kingdom. Is that
It
it's
does.
quiet.
Animal
It's
Kingdom. Yeah, we need another way to get to Animal Kingdom. We need another mode of transportation other than bus or car. I would love to see that. I would love to see the the Skyliner tracks expanded. To other places.
mhm,
People love them. And they're not likely to do the monorail because it's so expensive. Now, I would love to see the
right.
monorail, obviously, expanded,
Yeah.
but
Well,
I'd say that's just
they need to
ridiculously
they need to
expensive.
update those monorails. Those monorails are 3 times older than what they should be. They should have the
Yeah,
monorail series that they have now should have been retired 30 years ago. So
yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah.
another thing.
Well, they, as far as, I mean, I'm sure they obviously keep an eye on those things, via computer. They monitor them via computer, and they did refurb some of the monorail trains not too long ago. It hasn't been,
They had to because doors were falling off.
yeah,
I mean, pieces were
yeah,
falling off, and they refurbed the tracks too because
yeah,
again the
yeah.
pieces were chipping off. So,
And I
but
would say, um, you know, the monorail is so quintessentially Disney.
yes,
Kudos to Bob Gurr here, who designed the monorail. And at Disneyland, you can't just ride the monorail. You have to be staying. You have to be staying at California Adventure. Um, in Disney World, you can ride the monorail because there are, the hotels, and Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom is on the monorail line. So I love it. The monorail is one of the monorail is a core memory for me from my first,
yes.
from my first trip. And so, I know it's really expensive. I get it. But I would love to see the monorail, as much as I know it's not going to happen. I would love to see the monorail expanded or the Skyliner. But we definitely do need something out towards Animal Kingdom and Animal Kingdom Lodge. I agree 100% with you on that. I sure do. Yes, yes, I love it. I love it too, Paula. Okay. Other thoughts as we kind of close this out. We will talk a little bit next week, guys, about what they actually do. We'll see how our predictions go and what they actually do announce, and how much of it is concrete and not blue sky. That's my main wish for
Boo
D23.
blue sky, boo blue
Boo blue
sky,
sky. We
boo
want,
blue
we
sky.
want, we're
We
doing
want
this. We're
concrete.
building this. Build something. Exactly. We
Yeah,
want concrete, literally and figuratively. We want
yeah.
concrete.
Because
Uh,
remember, we had some stuff that was actually promised a couple years ago
yes.
that they ended up scrapping anyway. The UK Pavilion Mary Poppins attraction. They're like, oh, never mind.
Yeah. And I think that would have been fantastic.
Yes.
I totally love that idea. Love it. And it's not anywhere else. That would be completely new. So give us something new.
Yep.
Absolutely. Um, we also have, guys, and this is kind of a big one. I don't know how they've done it. I guess they have, and I just wanted to mention this one because it really is big. Uh, is a third gate at Disneyland. Third
Yeah.
gate at
That's what I'd
Disneyland.
heard. I'd heard. I can't
Wow, that
imagine where that space is.
would be absolutely huge. I would think they would have to take in some parking. Um, Mikey
Oh
would
yeah.
probably knows a little bit about what they might have
Um,
planned for that. This is the Disneyland Forward, um, you know,
yeah.
um, that we heard about. These park expansions. possibly a third gate, in Anaheim would be really, really amazing. And the other thing is we've got Disneyland's 70th anniversary coming up in 2025. So, I'm expecting some kind of, definitely something, as far as what they're going to do for the 70th for this D23. I think we'll definitely get that. I would love to see Paint the Night return, or the Main Street Electrical Parade. I would love to see, those two return for the 70th.
I mean, Paint the Night can come to Disney World, and the Spectro Magic or the electrical parade.
Yeah.
And I understand that Spectro, I guess all the floats were destroyed or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's not like they can't rebuild them with new,
they could,
more modern lighting and stuff
could.
like that.
Or just
it's
give
not
us a
like
new one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just give us a new nighttime parade. Would be awesome. But yeah, so that's coming too. Really excited about the 70th. And, I told the kids, I said, we have to go next year. We have to go for the 70th anniversary of Disneyland. We really do. So, Lord willing, we will get to do that. I think that's about it. Y'all, of course, there are, endless possibilities here, but we will be watching closely, and we'll get back with you next week on what they actually announce. We're really hoping for some good stuff and some concrete stuff. I think they really have to give us something other than blue sky, because I really think we're going to get that announcement from Universal, probably like right on the heels of D23, to kind of, steal some of their thunder that they're opening Epic Universe early. I'm thinking that's what Universal's going to do. So we'll see. But I think that's what they're going to do. Okay, let's see, guys. I've got, if I can get Turles to go on. Last week I was not here. Just wanted to show you a couple things. Last week I was not here. William did the show solo, because I, guys, did my sister Susan, you've heard me mention Susan, is a huge Donny Osmond fan. I know I'm dating her, and probably myself too. I'm a little bit younger than she is, just for the record. But let me show you. We went to a Donny Osmond concert. He is at Harrah's Casino in Las Vegas, and has been for a little while. And he realizes that not all of his fans can make it to Las Vegas. So he has done a complete summer tour, guys, and we went to see him in Little Rock. I cannot tell you how good it was. If you are remotely a Donny Osmond fan, I highly recommend. It was just amazing. It really was highly.
I remember him in a lot of those pictures. He was one of my teen upper idols. So that's right up my alley.
Because Donny Osmond is 65. It's incredible.
Yeah, he's the same age as I am.
Energy. It is absolutely an amazing show. This is kind of the program. And then we did go ahead and buy the VIP experience because we wanted to meet him. So we got, the wristbands, and I bought, let's see, here's a little VIP. These are some of the things that were in.
Nice.
Some of the things that were in the little VIP pack that we got, and a signed copy. We did get to meet him. And there is a picture of.
Oh, there you go. It's all signed and everything.
During the meet and greet, on our Instagram page. So y'all can check that out. It also came.
He's probably sitting backstage going.
The little zip up tote. And then I got the poster too with all the concert dates. But if you're interested in that, guys, by all means, got a magnet set. By all means, go to DonnyOsmond.com and check that out. And I highly recommend it. If he comes close to you and you are even remotely a Donny Osmond fan, by all means, go, because it's
Good luck
well
getting
worth
my
your
husband over
time. It is so worth your time. It truly is. So worth your time. So let me put everybody back in here. How do I have everybody back in? There we go. Loved it, loved it, loved it. He did, all of his, all of the classics, very nostalgic. He did, a tribute to his brothers. He actually showed the last video that he did with his brothers, which was very emotional for him. He got kind of emotional. But anyway, just y'all, it's fantastic. Donny Osmond summer tour. Go to DonnyOsmond.com if you're interested in, because he's got several more concert dates coming up. He's not finished. So I loved it. Cannot say enough good stuff about, Charles, stop that. Stop it. Sorry, y'all. So that was just fantastic. And again, there's a picture on our Instagram page if you guys want to see. Meet the Robinsons in Tomorrowland. Oh, I would love that, Pam. I like that idea.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
That fits perfectly.
Okay. Let's see. Y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and open some more Arcana right quick, and then we're gonna wrap it up.
I've got my list.
Okay. What kind of, okay, good. So I'm going to open Ursula's Return. Pam, this is for you tonight. I'm going to go ahead.
There you go, Pam.
Normally, William and I do like a duel, and he opens a pack and I open a pack, and we, see who opens the best pack. But he's not here tonight, and I'm going to go ahead and
Well, he opened one last week. So if you want, you can go back and find out. I don't think I think he had two uncommons. But I can't remember for sure.
Gosh, I'm having trouble getting into this one, y'all. This one doesn't want to open. Okay, well, I'm going to have to tear it like I normally don't. I normally get into it a little bit easier, but okay. So Ursula's Return, and it has Sisu on it, on the blister pack inside. So there's Sisu. So let's see. So y'all get some good mojo going. Yeah. Get some good mojo going and see if I can pull something really good tonight. Wouldn't that be great? Pulling my second enchanted. I've only pulled one enchanted. Let's see. Wow, I'm having trouble getting into these. What is the deal? Here we go. Okay. Let's see what I got. Oh, this is Disney Lorcana trading card game. If you're unfamiliar with it, we absolutely love it. Okay. All right. So here we go. Again, this is the newest pack. We have Hidden Inkcaster.
Oh, wow.
And we have seen,
cool.
Some of the new artwork for the enchanteds for the next suggested artwork for the next round of cards, and it's the best artwork yet. So, and then we have Princess Anna, and she is a common. So
Jonathan, do you remember what he what his card levels were? Hi Max. I love Max.
Yeah, that's a fun one. Max is a common.
Face, such a happy dog.
Another common, Pegasus. Love this one.
Oh, pretty.
Pegasus.
He does not look happy.
Common. Another common, Belle.
Oh, there's Belle.
That's a neat one. Let's see. Yeah, that's a pretty one. A lot of purple in that card.
Yeah.
Y'all know how I love my purple.
Yep.
And we have Argus, another common. And we've got a Little Mermaid. Have a Little Mermaid theme going here. We have Prince Eric. Now,
That's
I haven't
what she
seen
says
this
every
card.
week, Paula. Oh, that's
That's a
cool.
neat card. Prince Eric, that's a neat one.
You don't usually see
And,
Eric
and
like as a
continuing the Little
prince.
Mermaid. There's one for you. There's one for
There
you,
you-
Pam. Turtles.
Here you go, Pam.
Oh, there's one for you, Pam.
Did you open a
Ursula's
legendary last
Plan.
week, Pam?
Ursula's Plan. Okay, this is an uncommon. So the last two guys, so that's two uncommons. Eric and Ursula are both uncommons. So another uncommon is Pain. Pain and
Love the
Panic.
face.
It's hilarious. And I've got, let's
I don't know.
see.
He didn't seem that happy about what he opened, though, Jonathan. I didn't.
And I've got
I
a
would
rare.
think
This
he'd
is
be a
gonna
lot.
be a
He'd have
good
been a
pack.
lot happier about
A
legendary.
rare. This is a rare mystical rose. That's beautiful. The rose from Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
And oh
Very
my
nice.
guys, I've got a legendary. This is a legendary, which is really cool. This is Diablo,
Cool.
and that is a legendary. And I haven't pulled very
Cool.
many legendaries.
No.
So that's a really neat one.
And that's a cool card too. Yeah, I like the
Yeah.
artwork on that one.
Yeah. And last but not least, I have a common. This is my holographic card. It's called Winter Camp. So not a bad,
Oh, pretty.
not a bad.
Even if it is winter.
Mhm. And then of course my puzzle piece.
Yep.
And I don't have all my puzzle pieces yet, but okay. So well, that's a pretty good pack, y'all. Okay. That is a rare. Okay, let me look. Hang on just a second. I got two uncommons, a rare, and a legendary. So yeah, two uncommons, a rare, and a legendary. And my foil card tonight was a common, but I did pull a legendary. So neat. Yeah, that was a good pack. And I haven't actually played. I haven't added any of the Ursula's Return series to my playing deck. So I probably need to look at some of the ones that I've got and maybe add some. Go ahead and add some to my actual playing deck. But anyway, I think that's pretty much it for tonight. Some good pulls there. So we'll see. What William can do next time he pulls. Don't forget, guys, Halloween is coming. At least it's coming soon to the Disney parks. Tickets for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party are still on sale. They went on sale a while back. You can still purchase those, and also Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party tickets. If you're interested in those, or any, even planning your whole Disney trip, Jillian, can do that. Give her a call. Her contact information for Mickey Travels is in the description of this video. She would love to help you. She is a Mickey Travels travel agent. She'd love to help you. And Jennifer Caruso, our sweet friend, Jennifer Caruso, will be live streaming from the very first Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party on opening night, which is August the 9th. She'll be starting at 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Walt Disney World time. So if you want to see that very first.
That's one of the dates that have sold out. I think there's like 5 or 6 dates that have sold out now.
Yeah. So there'll be, there'll probably several of our, I'm thinking, several of our YouTuber friends will be live streaming, but Jennifer's one of them. So, and check out Dean the Turkey Legster's YouTube channel if you haven't already done so. All of his links are in the description of this video. And Dean, what have you got going on? Go ahead and tell us what you've got going on.
Well, I just kind of started back with my weekly streams on Tuesday. Right before this, I was live for my Let's Talk Turkey stream. So I'll that's Tuesdays 9 p.m. Eastern time. Next week, I'm going to be commenting and reacting to the D23 announcements. I wasn't
Sounds
too into like the prediction side because of Disney's tendency to the
good.
blue sky. So I
Right.
wanted to wait till we get on the other side and we know what they actually
Right.
are going to end up saying. That way, then I can react to it. So that's what I'll do next week, and then every Tuesday. And then in September, I'm bringing back my Thursday night show that's been on
Yay.
hold since last December. Once Upon a Turkey Leg, I will come on,
Yeah.
read a couple of stories, um, Disney, Peanuts, etc.
Mhm.
So that'll be
Looking
on
forward to it.
Thursdays, coming back in September. And
Okay.
then I've got other live streams around Central Florida. Um, Probably Disney in the next couple of weeks,
Mhm.
as well as other local interest here in the
Mhm.
East Central Florida area. So, yep.
Got some beautiful,
Sounds great.
beautiful area down there. So yeah,
It really
I love
is. It
watching it.
really
I
is.
love seeing it.
Most definitely. Yeah. So y'all be sure and check that out. And again, all of Dane's contact information and his links are in the description of this video. So be sure and subscribe so that you absolutely don't miss Once Upon a Turkey Leg when it comes back on September 5th. We're looking forward to that. Uh,
There we are.
yeah. Again, yeah, there you go. There we go. Again, Amy, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you and happy birthday to my sweet husband, Jeff. It's a special one and we will celebrate. We will celebrate at some point when we kind of get caught up. Tina and
Let me
I,
do the roll call.
um,
Well, go ahead. Go ahead. Just
yeah,
don't forget to do
just
the roll call because
I will not. Don't let me sign
okay.
off without doing that. Tina
Okay.
and I will be guys at Magical Knot of Hope this year, uh, benefiting Give Kids the World as our YouTuber friends get together and have a benefit. It's fantastic. It will be live streamed, and you can look for that on Saturday, December 14th. Again, benefiting Give Kids the World Village. It's a fantastic event, singing and
Yeah.
some beautiful Christmas music, and it's really neat. So y'all kind of be looking for that. If you're interested in tickets, go to magicalknotofhope.com and get your tickets. They are on sale, and make that trip to Orlando for that because again, so many of our YouTube friends are going to be down there, and I'm really looking forward to that one, Tina. Um, Next
Me too.
week, guys, we're going to talk about the actual, as Dean said, we're going to talk about the actual announcements and what we get from the D23 Expo, and we'll also talk about merch and all the announcements for Halloween because they dropped a whole lot of information on treats inside, snacks and treats inside the park, what they're going to have this year, merch, all that kind of thing. So, um, I can't think of anything else, Tina. If you're ready with the roll call,
I am. First of all, hello to Aunt Susan and Aunt Joy and Kylie and happy birthday, Jeff and Will and Jillian and the boys. And hello to Mandy and Dean, the turkey legster, Jonathan Chung, Najuma Brown, Pam's Fam, Jeannie 52573, Main Street Nick, the Mickey Bunch, Princess Paula Bell and Amelia, Amy, AJC Magic TV, Mike B, Odell Rivas, Terrells, Danny, and Morgan.
Thanks so much, Chris. Yeah. Thanks so much. We appreciate it. Thanks so much for being here, y'all. It means a lot that you guys spend some time with us, every week. And if you're on the replay, we absolutely love our team replay. Lisa, Keith, and Joey, who are captains of our team replay, we really appreciate it. It means the world to us. It really does. I can't think of anything else. I did want to always say thank you, to our ghost hosts. You two of them are on screen with us, and in the chat too, guys. We really appreciate you making sure that our chat stays family friendly. Our channel members, Alex and Charlie Kennett, Mike Wheeler, Tina McNeil, Mike 88 NYC, Texas Takes, and Pam's Fam. We appreciate you guys so much. If you're interested in a channel membership, it's just something all that money goes back into the channel for us, and it's just subscriptions and things that we need to maintain the channel. But you can click the join button, guys, if you're interested. There are different levels, so if you're interested in that, by all means do it. If not, you can watch totally free, completely free of charge. And as Dean said tonight, that is worth every penny that you pay for it. So, thanks everybody for being here. Did y'all have anything else, Tina and Dean?
Well, I did want to mention this. I forgot to say this on my own stream, but speaking about birthdays, tomorrow is actually my dad's birthday, and my family remembered him over the weekend with a special dinner at his favorite restaurant here in the area that he loved going to. So we had a good time, but it is bittersweet tomorrow, of course, remembering my dad. So happy birthday, Dad.
Oh, well, that's very
happy birthday, Dad.
Tough. We'll be thinking about you. It's bittersweet. Yeah. It's wonderful that you have those memories, Dean, of your dad, and that you're blessed with him. It's huge blessing. So our thoughts will be with you. And hey to wonderful World of Walter's dad.
Hi, Mark.
Appreciate you. I can't think of anything else. Really, I think that's it, guys. Be sure to check out the liveplace.com. It's a website that's basically a TV guide listing for family-friendly live streams. And just, Dean over there has, a search engine, not all Disney, but so you can put in, whatever topic that you're interested in. You can put it in the search and it will find live streams that match your interest. So that is an amazing, tool. So by all means, check that out. We also have affiliate links in the description for TubeBuddy. If you're a YouTube creator and you want to grow, you should be using TubeBuddy. Absolutely. So, check that out. And also Stickermule. We use Stickermule for all of our promo items, buttons and stickers and magnets and all that. So those affiliate links are below if you're interested in any of that. And we get some credits to our account and free stuff, for both of us if y'all use our affiliate links. So if you're interested in any of that, by all means, take a look. And again, thanks, guys. Thanks so much, Tina and Dean. If y'all are free next week, you can meet me back here and we'll talk a little more about
see what our score is.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, we're supposed to be keeping score.
No, because I'm pretty sure. Hey, John. Hi.
Oh, hey, Molly. Hey.
Good to see you're okay.
Troy else is biting my toes. So I think
Wow. That's one thing I'm lucky about. The dogs are in their crates. They ain't going to be biting any toes.
not hard, but he is just he has not had any attention from me for several days, and he's letting me know it. But thanks so much, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed seeing Charles. I know he was up here a lot, but he normally isn't. But he's a handful tonight. Missed William, and he'll be back soon. And I hope y'all have a fantastic week. I really do. And thanks so much for being here with me. Appreciate it, y'all. And at the Hitchhiking Bones YouTube channel, there is always room for one more. So please hurry back. Thanks so much, guys, for being here. We appreciate it. Dean, you're a mess.